Hi everybody, Strictly Nerd. I'm Matt. This is a new show. We're going to try a weekly thing going on. In case you missed it, weekly wrap-up. So we're going to cover some big bullet points of news covering video games, entertainment. I've got Bryan to my right, Lance to my left. So how are you guys doing today?
I'm good? Perfect.
Hopefully you guys been keeping up with the news.
Of course.
We'll start with some entertainment news. What?
Giggity.
Oh, I thought you said DVD. I was like, what? Bryan and David covered that.
Yeah, that's the hype. We did it at the beginning.
Yeah, that's the beginning of the week. This is the end of the week.
I get my days mixed up. I'm sorry.
Some of the stuff's going to be from last week because, putting the show together, kind of started now. But there's some big things that happened last week, so we'll kind of mix it in. So it might be a little bit old. It might be a little bit outdated. First thing, with the popularity and the big movie that came out last weekend, live-action Cinderella, Disney has announced Dumbo live-action.
Who's the director on that one, Matt?
Tim Burton. Tim Burton directing a live-action Dumbo.
So is Johnny Depp gonna play Dumbo?
I hope so. Better he'll be the rat or the little mouse guy.
Who's Helena Bonham Carter gonna play?
They broke up.
No, I was almost going to say Bambi's mom.
Ooh.
No, Dumbo's mom. It will be.
Bambi's mom.
So yeah, I don't know. It's very weird, but yeah. So it's a string. This is again part of the string of Disney live-action movies. You had Alice in Wonderland, Tim Burton, Cinderella, Beauty and the Beast, Jungle Book. I think is before Beauty and the Beast, and then now Dumbo. Tim Burton's a very weird choice for Dumbo, I think.
I don't know what's going on. I think they're like, he'll do really cool with like the circus stuff. So we'll let him do the really cool circus stuff.
But it's going to be like creepy, like just out there circus, like a circus no one wants to go to.
Maybe it's targeted more for adults. Maybe
it's Dumbo.
It could be targeted more.
It's going to be...
Maybe Dumbo dies.
Well, this circus can't be any worse than American Horror Story Freak Show.
I like that segue because they did announce the next season of American Horror Story, which is Hotel, starring Lady Gaga, who's supposed to replace Jessica Lange as the main. So Jessica Lange's no longer going to be on the show. She did the 4 seasons as she had the contract for. She's not coming back. They got Lady Gaga is rumored to take kind of her main role, I guess.
I think she's gonna be good. I think she'd be alright.
Yeah,
I haven't.
She's got the right.
Yeah, she's gonna fit right in. Thing. She definitely will. The thing I'm worried about a little bit, and I don't know if you guys watch American Horror Story, but I've seen all 4 seasons. My biggest complaint with what they've done the last 2 seasons, especially with Jessica Lange, is they do too much musical things with her. And it just kind of doesn't fit. And I have a feeling that they're replacing her with Lady Gaga, who's musical, and they're going to continue with this weird, like, I'm just going to bust out into a song for no reason.
I did like the David Bowie cover from Freak Show, though.
It was good the first time.
Yeah.
But then they did another one, and then they did the Nirvana scene with the main dude, Quicksilver. I don't know the guy's name. His name was, I think his name was, Lobster Boy. And that was just so off-putting. Like, I just don't like these musical things. And now that they have... But, I don't know. She was in Machete. I haven't seen Machete. And she's supposed to be really good in that.
I like Machete a lot.
Was she good in it?
Yeah, I think she was. And she's coming off her brilliant Oscar Broadway performance she did in Sound of Music, which blew everyone out of the water.
That's true. I still haven't seen that.
I skipped Freak Show. I skipped the 3rd season.
Nah, I don't want to get into it.
I'm actually excited to watch The Hotel.
Well, see, this is my kind of theory on it. The first 2 seasons were my favorite.
Yeah, mine
and
too.
The first one's Murder House, and then you had Asylum, and then you had Coven, which and then you had Freak Show, really So I don't know. I'm based on the title. It's like the first 2 good seasons were based off of a location. The other 2 were based off groups. Now, Hotel is another one based off of a location, so I'm hoping it's going to focus more on just
I think
it's more
like, okay, so we had the haunted house, we had the haunted asylum, now we're gonna have a haunted hotel.
But how is that going to be any different than a haunted house? I mean, there might be a Shining type of...
Yeah,
I mean, with the hotel,
it's a haunted trope. So.
Yeah,
true.
The hotel lends itself to a much more elaborate story because of how much traffic a hotel actually gets.
Yeah,
you can pull from so many different.
See, and that's what I was hoping they'd do with Freak Show. Because there's so much they could have pulled it, but they didn't do it.
No, they just fell into the circus tropes.
Yeah, but they did a whole. It was just I don't know. They did a really bad job with it.
I'm not sorry I missed the last 2 seasons.
I watched like
bits and
5
pieces.
or 6 episodes, and I was like, oh.
There is parts like of the last season. Like I like the clown, but they finished it way too early. Like I think it was in like 4 or 5 episodes.
Twisty?
Yeah. And his plot line was really good, and then the other villain, I don't want to get into too much detail, but Dandy, he was great throughout the whole season. Other than that, Jessica Lange was awful, or in my opinion, she was just a horrible character.
That's why she left. She was very disappointed in you.
Maybe. Well, she's kind of the same character in every season, in a sense.
She always plays the matriarch.
Yeah, and she's all about herself and wants to. She'll screw over anyone to get what she wants in the long run, and she could care less if she hurts you. It's all about her.
What a jerk.
This was actually last week, so this is not this week news, but we haven't talked about it yet. Disney has announced the first spin-off Star Wars movie, Star Wars Rogue One, coming out in between episodes 7 and 8.
Biggs and Wedge. Let's do it.
Could be. We don't know the time frame of this movie yet. I don't know. It's exciting though.
Biggs and Wedge.
Exciting.
Honestly, when I heard that was coming out, I went back to Spaceballs and just thought of the quest for more money.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I
thought. The Disney oiled machine is already like.
Well, it's like with what they have
like
with Marvel. They have it all.
We don't know anything.
It's like Marvel. They have everything planned with Marvel. They have the same thing with Star Wars. They got the Star Wars. They're like, this is what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
And this is how we're gonna make trillions.
I'm actually really kind of surprised though that because the big rumors when Star Wars was first bought by Marvel and by Disney and they started planning everything. When they were talking about spin-offs, it was like an individual character spin-off. Like they were talking about a Boba Fett or a young Han Solo or a Yoda movie. And then their first one they announced totally was not what people were expecting, being Rogue One, which I guess we still don't know what it's going to be. It could still be based off of a single character, but it probably not. It'll probably be a group.
I think we might see a little glimpse of it in 7. We'll see a glimpse of it in 7, I think.
Oh, probably.
What their idea of Rogue One will be.
It's gonna be the equivalent to a break-in pool.
No.
7 is the cue ball, and it's just gonna hit that, and it's just gonna go. Boom.
Well, I was gonna compare it to Marvel and their whole movie after movie after movie.
Like the movieverse of like Avengers.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting.
Tie together with Infinity Wars.
Yeah. The Star Wars characters?
Hell yeah.
In the Infinity Wars?
Yep.
It's like the Avengers pull in the Jedis because...
They got the reality gauntlet.
It's Star-Lord. Star-Lord does it.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
The Infinity Gauntlet.
It'll be that filibust that Patton Oswalt did on Parks and Rec.
That was great.
If you haven't seen it, look it up.
That's great. Yeah,
great.
Find the YouTube clip
13-minute video rant that he does. Oh, it was great. Other news that happened. Oh, wait.
I was gonna say just the one more thing on the Rogue One is another friend of mine was talking about this whole plot line where the bounty hunters steal the plans for the Death Star.
Oh, I heard something.
Some
about
kind of
that.
weird rumor about that.
Was it Eric?
No.
Okay, I was like my friend, but he works on the show. Okay, someone's completely.
If it were Eric, it would have been Eric.
Yeah. Okay, just making.
Who's not here tonight? But that's okay. But no, he was talking about that. I was like, I don't know about that. I don't know.
Yeah. Like
I don't know what to feel.
Biggs and Wedge.
Why would it be called Rogue One if that was the case though? Like,
you know what? Biggs and Wedge, and let's add Porkins.
Porkins. We gotta have a Porkins movie. See,
the thing with Porkins is like they didn't even try with him. Like they were like, dude called in, wear his helmet. They didn't even give him a bigger helmet.
He couldn't wear it. He couldn't wear it.
And then they called him Porkins. Freaking
Poor guy.
rude.
I wonder how much he got paid.
Nothing.
Probably not. But hey, he's immortalized in Star Wars. You can't ask for more.
You're talking about him right now. So
yeah, that's true.
He wins.
Good job, Porkins. We love you. Spin off. We got, last week also, we had, how do you say his last
Terry
name?
Pratchett. Sir
Pratchett
Terry
died.
Terry
At the
Pratchett.
age of
I
66.
say it,
Very
drink to
young
hell.
age this day and age. I don't like it when people don't
There
make
are
it to their
very
70s.
few authors that people will come out and be like, this man is a genius, and he was one of them.
Mm-hmm.
What was it, 60 plus?
A lot.
Yeah, 60
A
plus
lot.
books of the Discworld series. I know David had us look at The Color of Magic.
Love it.
It was pretty interesting.
Did you see his last tweet?
No.
Well, the tweet when they announced his death on his Twitter account was "Death talking now. We take a walk together," or something like that.
He said that?
No, that's what the tweet that I guess his estate said on there, and I was like,
Someone
oh
went on
my
his-
god, that's so perfect.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, the same thing was like Leonard Nimoy.
Yeah.
His last tweet was like,
Yeah.
blew, like it just blew my face off. I just grew my face back,
And you blew it off again.
and then I blew it off.
Unfortunately, I don't know a lot of his work, but I've heard nothing but good stuff. So
He
I
was-
might look into.
I would definitely recommend just kind of picking out some
Yeah.
of the stories because they're well written.
He does some of the best work with personifying death than any author I think I've ever read.
Really,
Yeah.
it's crazy. Yeah, a lot of people are. Yeah, so he definitely has a legacy from what I saw. So,
And mind you, that I did call him Sir.
sir,
Yep.
yeah, not many people.
He was knighted.
He was
so
knighted as defender of the crown.
big stuff.
Now this will segue into our next topic, being we're in entertainment. We'll go to games, but the new movie Pixels trailer came out, starring Adam Sandler,
Suck.
Kevin James.
Suck.
What?
Suck.
Suck.
Who's gonna suck?
Oh. Which, if you haven't seen the trailer, it is about aliens
waka, waka.
that attack Earth based on 80s video game franchises.
Oh, you mean that episode of Futurama?
That episode of Futurama.
What?
Minus Fry, minus Bender.
What?
Yeah.
You mean
But
a movie out there is unoriginal? Tell me it's not so.
honestly,
sorry, Bryan.
wouldn't mind seeing this movie if you take out Adam Sandler and Kevin
No.
James. Then I'd watch it.
No.
I think
But-
I'd still go see it in theaters.
No.
Theaters, I don't know.
No. There was.
I have to see it because it's
I
part
was
of my
on
365
Facebook and I was
movies.
like, and I had already seen the trailer, and I thought, and a friend of mine was like, for all my gamer friends, you'll want to see this. I was like, no, I don't.
I like Donkey Kong.
No,
Like, Donkey Kong's cool.
it's awful.
But that's it. Like,
It-
that's,
It's such a bad and I say this so much on this channel. Cash grab.
oh, no, definitely it
It's
is.
such a cash. Like video games are getting being a nerd is popular. Look at all these conventions. What can we do? Let's take all these retro games and put them in a movie that sucks. And that's what they do.
I don't know that part with Pac-Man in the trailer. I'm not gonna spoil it. It's just it had me on the floor.
If
for a
you
while.
guys, if you don't like Kevin James and Adam Sandler, or this day and age,
Overacting.
all you have to do is go to YouTube, watch the short that the movie is based off of with the same name, Pixels, and you get probably what the movie's going to be. It's the exact same concept. Aliens come attacking us with a giant Pac-Man and a giant Donkey Kong. Just watch it. There's no Kevin James, there's no Adam Sandler, but I don't think there's an ending to it either.
Centipede too, right?
Centipede, yeah.
Centipede,
Joust,
Cubert.
Cubert's going to be in it. I don't know what he's going to
Donkey
do.
Kong.
So far, the only movie that successfully harbored that kind of feeling, I'm going to say,
Oh yeah,
is Wreck-It Ralph.
Wreck-It Ralph, yeah.
Like
It was great.
they didn't abuse the licenses they were
Yeah,
given.
but it was a totally different
it was just like
game thing. Yeah.
cameo, It's like, bam,
I can't wait for the
Oh,
sequel. The
Cubert.
inevitable
yeah.
sequel for that one.
Poor Cubert. Yeah, poor Cubert.
Anyway, I'll probably see it as part of my 365 movies and 365 days
Pickle.
campaign. Yeah.
Let us know how it is.
I do
Watch
all my
it for.
I
You know
watch
what?
all my movies legally.
Watch it, do a
Yarr.
review for this channel,
Yarr.
so we don't have to see it.
I'll
That was
suffer.
interesting news that I guess I'll just kind of throw in there that I realized Pirate Bay is back.
Pirate Bay?
Thank you.
Really? Is
Yeah.
Napster coming back too?
No.
And Kazaa?
No.
Remember those?
But after the huge
College days.
the huge
We're a school night. We got high school
back.
tomorrow.
That's interesting. Huh. What?
So, it's a school night. We got high school tomorrow.
We're going back in time. Pirate Bay.
LimeWire.
I don't want to go back to high school.
No, I know you said you don't know this one. Maybe Lance does. If not, I'll explain it a little bit. But there is a group of ex-Rare employees that are getting together and they're doing a Kickstarter on a game called Project Ukulele.
I heard about this, but I don't have a lot of information.
I'm pretty excited about it.
So are you saying that this is a group of uncommon game developers?
Yes.
Rare?
No. They were people who worked for Rare when they were with Nintendo. When they went to Microsoft, they left. Now they're getting back together. I think there's like 8 of them.
The band's back
and
together.
basically they're bringing back the classic collectathon platformer.
Yeah!
I
do cocaine!
No, it was supposed to be Horatio.
Horatio?
Yeah, he's like getting the band back together. It's like, yeah!
But you do that.
I'm excited about it.
I'm actually really excited.
We don't know a lot about it. They're doing their Kickstarter at the end of this month, so I'll be interested in it.
Kickstart it.
It's supposed to be kind of like a Banjo-Kazooie spiritual successor.
Spiritual. That's
I
the
love
key word.
yeah, well, they don't have the property to that anymore, but I love Banjo-Kazooie, and it's by the guys who did the original ones, so we're not talking nuts and bolts here. What?
Kickstarter, speaking of Kickstarter, Toe Jam and Earl.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for payday. I'm totally gonna play.
They have a bunch of little like awards and stuff that you
Yeah.
can give depending on how much you donate. What is it? Is it donate?
You're technically donating.
Investing.
Invest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess investing.
You want to consider it investing because you get a return. Like there's GoFundMe and bullshit like that. I was like, hey, give me money and I'm gonna spend it. And then there's Kickstarter where it's like, hey, give me money and there's perks to your investment.
Yeah.
That's why I won't even touch. I won't even look. Someone's like, go fund me. I'm like, no, go yourself.
There was a video game.
Lance's word.
Okay.
There was a Kickstarter. I forgot what the video game was called, but one of them was you donate this amount of money and then they'll send you a pizza and then you can Skype eat pizza with them.
What?
With the developers, yeah.
That's weird.
It was pretty funny. I like ideas like that.
No, that is cool. I like that.
I like ideas like that.
A lot of the stuff that Toe Jam and Earl's doing, I like, but some of that
like
stuff
putting you in
have
the game and stuff.
Yeah, but you have to spend a lot of money. Like I'm all about spending $60 or $70 because $60 is a regular game anyways or purchase, and then maybe if we're into collector's editions, maybe spending a little bit more to get some of those cooler items, but. I don't know. They have cool items that are way expensive, like statues of Toe Jam and Earl, but I think you have to go way above 150 before you start seeing that stuff. Yeah. And that's only if the game even happens.
Which I think it's already met its goal.
Oh, has it?
I think so.
I hope so, because when I looked last, it was pretty far below and still had 2 days, but you never know. Moving on, Uncharted 4, which is a big PS4 release for 2015. Oh, wait, nope, it got delayed. We will not see it to 2016. So my question is, what's Sony gonna do as far as their big holiday hit?
Metal Gear September.
Yeah, it's September, and that's cross-platform, so...
Assassin's Creed, of course, is coming out.
Well, that's, again, what is Sony's main... Because Microsoft's got Tomb Raider this holiday. Nintendo hopefully will have Zelda for the Wii U.
Zelda.
So Sony's big... Yeah, well, I think that'll be a little earlier. That'll probably be like September...
They said it's gonna be
summer.
Before Legend of Zelda, so... Probably E3 they'll announce it, be like, here you go.
But so Sony's big title being Uncharted 4 for this year. It's now no longer this year. So what?
You think they're gonna try to
get a
ride?
surprise?
I don't know. Like
God of War Remastered 3 that just got announced. That would that doesn't count.
I don't. As right now, I don't think they have a huge Sony exclusive.
Yeah, there's no exclusive right now. That's like
so maybe they'll show us something at E3 and kind of rush it out.
Yeah, I think
maybe not.
I think they've got something. They're just waiting for E3.
Yeah.
And that's going to be the lid. They're going to blow the lid off. They're going to be like, this game is amazing. It's a staple for us. You didn't even know it was around. Yeah. And it's Christmas. And it's going to be like, boom.
Or they're going to be like, oh, here's your new Silent Hills game.
Speaking of Silent Hill, I like these segues. That should be like a thing we do. Like,
it's almost like we planned it.
And then you do a segue.
You should have a little segue count at the bottom, like right here.
It's not rehearsed. We do this on the fly.
Yeah. So Kojima is leaving Konami after. Well,
it's like a 75-25 because it's like all this stuff is happening, but nobody's like officially confirmed.
If you guys don't know, how do you say his first name? Hideo Kojima is the one of the big guys of Konami. He's
the biggest, really.
Metal Gear Solid creator, director.
Like,
he is the life of Metal Gear Solid.
I'm sorry, like y'all say he's the life of Metal Gear, but that dude is the life of innovation in video games in general.
I don't know about that.
Think about all the stuff he's done. Like, he always finds something really cool to do with not only your game.
I wouldn't say he's the innovation. I mean, you can say that about Miyamoto.
You mean
can
like
say that
15-minute cutscenes?
No. I'm talking about like the idea that in Metal Gear 1,
I got you.
It could read your memory card.
Yeah.
And it would like read off your saves. And if you wanted to beat Psycho Mantis, you plugged it in the second
and that's
port.
what I'm excited about with Silent Hills, with him being attached, because you know you're going to see crazy stuff like that.
Yeah,
that he can't do in Metal Gear because it's too out there.
Remind me, I gotta tell you a really cool thing that I saw on the internet the other day.
Okay.
But no, back to Kojima. I think Sony's already come out Konami's already come out and said there will be more Metal Gear.
Yeah, it's not going to be the same.
But it will never. It's going to be kind of how Final Fantasy was with like X2.
Yeah.
It's going to just be like it's just like a grab. Why do I say this? It's a cash grab. Why is everything a cash grab?
Don't people like X2 though?
So if you're playing the drinking game at home, that's 3 shots for cash grab that Brian's 4 because I just said it. So FYI.
And now you're dead because Matt hates you all.
Unless you're Lance. And
he's got
some. Yeah. So what is this going to mean for Silent Hills? Because they did announce that he is going to ride. I think he's being replaced in April, so he is no longer going to be creative director of Konami or whatever his title.
Of like head of Konami
or whatever he's
called.
But
that specific game title, he's still
he's still attached to Metal Gear 5 and will stay with it. But after that, he's attached to Silent Hills. What does that mean? Like,
well, I can't remember from the trailer or not. Did Konami have their name on it, or was it all Foxhound? Like,
no, it's a Konami
engine.
Property, so it has to stay with Konami.
Yeah, we'll see.
Well, think about this though.
Guillermo decides to take it. It's like it's mine now.
I doubt they'd give it away.
Between the two of them, they could buy out that IP.
But would Konami allow them to? That's the thing. I don't know because that's
anybody
what other
money.
So
look at George Lucas. Nobody thought George Lucas would sell.
Yeah, but the Konami only has really 4 big franchises. They have Castlevania, which they do nothing with. They do Metal Gear, but that's pretty much it's gonna be a dead series after Kojima leaves. I'm sorry, they're not gonna be that good. And then they have Silent Hill, and then they have that soccer game, Pro Evolution. But of course, that's only big. Everywhere else but America.
I like it.
Well, yeah, but again, how many? You're one person in America. Okay?
That always reminds
Konami
me
doesn't care.
Konami.
A friend of ours used to work on base at Lackland, and the guys would come in and when the soccer games came out, and they'd want PES, Pro Evolution Soccer. He's like, well, I don't have any, but I have FIFA, and they would get super pissed because they're like, I do not like FIFA.
FIFA sucks.
Yeah.
I don't like
and they were like, no, I want. They called it Peace, Pro Evolution Soccer, and they would not buy anything else.
Yeah, that's
also
that's very America. Right there.
America. Yeah, I don't know. I'm worried that because Silent Hills, everybody was super excited about. He had his name attached to it. PT was awesome. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's going to be the same without him.
I still have.
He's going to finish it, so it's going to be
Silent Hills.
Well, yeah, because the game's going to be called Silent Hills.
No, but we don't know if he's still going to stay attached to it.
He's going to stay attached to it. Him and Guillermo del Toro are both like best buddies, and they've always wanted to make a game together.
We'll see.
But they're just saying he's stepping down as head of Konami.
Yeah, that's true. So he could still be in part of a development.
Yeah, I guess so. But I figured this, like you were saying, it would spur off for him to go start his own
IP.
Well, not just necessarily IP, but his own company. I mean, everybody does that.
But I think and
he'll succeed at it.
I think he'll finish. I think he'll finish Silent Hills.
Quick hypothetical. Hideo Kojima gets his own production company.
Okay.
And he's able to get one IP from any developer.
He's going to get
from any developer.
Yeah, he can buy. He wants to buy an IP from any developers. What game would you want to see Hideo Kojima make?
Oh man, that's a good question for you guys too. So
yeah, if Hideo Kojima could make any game for you, and it'd be your favorite franchise, whatever.
I got one.
What would you make?
Like any game, right?
Any game.
I would love for him to take on the sequel I don't want him to reboot. I want a proper sequel to Eternal Darkness.
Oh yeah.
I could just imagine the insanities in that game with
Beyond
him.
Good and Evil 2?
Yeah, I think it's too light for him.
Yeah.
He can make it dark. It wouldn't have to be a direct. Now, if I had to pick one, I would want him to tackle a Star Wars game.
A Star Wars game?
I can see that. That bounty hunter game that was supposedly coming out.
Star Wars
awesome.
like 199.
I think like an Alan Wake would be cool.
That'd be good. That'd be up his alley.
Interesting. That'd be interesting.
I think an Alan Wake would be pretty cool. And if he could,
I like that question.
I don't know. I just thought it'd be really cool because
I like that.
Or because I'm thinking of like when THQ went down, and people were like grabbing IPs.
Yeah.
Like imagine if he was able to get in there and like grab some really cool art.
See, the funny thing is the 3 that we just announced are the 2 that you kind of threw out. They're all like heavy story based too.
Yeah.
And that's what he
excels at.
Yeah, he's great at storytelling. So that's funny. We know this guy. He's like our best friend.
Yes.
He'll be on the show next week.
And probably the biggest news that was announced this week was Nintendo news, surprisingly. We got 2 big things with Nintendo. I haven't even talked to Lance about this yet.
It's all smoke and mirrors.
Nintendo announced that they are teaming up with DNA, which is a company from Japan that works
on Jurassic Park. We're making dinosaurs.
DNA. There's an E in there. So.
That is DNA.
On mobile games.
Yeah.
Mobile games. So Nintendo is jumping onto that.
They finally decided to grab that. What, Brian?
Cash grab.
I put a lot of thought into this. I think it's a good idea. As long as it's not and Nintendo's not going to drag their name through the mud.
They're not going to put Mario on a mobile platform.
We might see, we're not going to see like a Mario game, like a platformer, but I think we can see like a Mario Party type of game. Like how cool would that be if we're playing, you're at work and I take my turn, and then it waits, and then it's your turn, and then you take your turn, and then you take your turn.
Oh, it's Trivia Crack.
Yeah, basically with Mario mini game.
Mario.
But I think it's they need money. This is a way to get it. They're teaming up with a company that knows what they're doing in the realm of mobile games. Of course, a lot of them are freemium type of games. I don't know if Nintendo's going to go that route.
Microtransactions.
Could be really
Flappy
scary.
Bird. It's coming back.
But on top of that, they also said, hey, don't worry, we're not just going mobile route. We're still developing a new system called Codename NX.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's all smoke and mirrors. They are not even close to anything for this NX. Like it was just so that people didn't flip out.
Yeah.
And be like, oh well, Nintendo's not gonna make any more home games.
They're going the way of Sega.
They're gonna go to Sega and blah blah blah. It was so they could be like, it was that.
So their
cushion.
stock stays up.
Oh, their stock went up and DNA stock went up like 40 or 60%, like ridiculous.
But it was like mobile games. But don't worry, we got you covered at home too.
Yeah.
Just more on that later. But this is the forefront, and this is the the back burner.
Well, I think it's a good idea for them to. I mean, of course, we know absolutely nothing about the system, but
Let's get
they kind of
realistic. Let's go.
I'm excited about
VR.
It.
Super HD Nintendo.
Well, the rumor is that the NX stands for Nintendo crossover with the X, so a hybrid of a console handheld type of.
The Wii U?
No, that's not handheld. You can't take.
You can take that in a lot of places.
You can take it 12 feet away.
I took a shit with it.
12 feet away.
That was
no,
like
but
20.
imagine.
Are we talking like PSP, or like
cross-platform?
Like
Maybe.
where you just like you can play on your DS and then like
just
later. I'm going to take a poop.
Why not?
And then or I'm gonna go get on the bus. But then they have to look at.
It's gonna be pricey if
3G, 4G SIM cards and stuff.
Maybe
like that.
cell phones do it.
Maybe
though,
the NX just stands
and
for
cell
next.
phone and tablets have really good graphics. So
maybe it just stands for next.
It could be next. No, it definitely could be next.
4K Note 4 over here.
I don't know. I'm excited though. And do you guys think they'll show anything at E3?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
For the
Cat's out
NX?
of the bag. They're gonna show a lot.
You think a lot?
Yeah. I think they'll show the general concept of what they're trying to do.
I think they're gonna
You
show
think
the
so?
direction, but for sure they're gonna blast us with games because they're gonna have Zelda, the Star Fox, all that stuff is gonna be coming on the tail end.
Well, and that's the whole point of this E3. It's going to be one that's not going to be super console based anymore. We have plenty life cycle now into the new generation, so it's all going to be about hopefully games, and probably VR is going to be heavily used.
So I'll just start at 2 things. So the things that I wanted to bring up. One, I think Bethesda at E3 is going to be huge.
Oh yeah, it's
another production house is getting their own convention, which is really cool. But what I was talking about was we were talking about Hideo Kojima and like innovation. I saw this game. God, I wish I could remember what it was called. But it's for PC. Like it's in alpha right now. And basically, you install the game on your PC, but you also install it on your phone.
Oh, that horror game?
Yeah.
Yes.
And they talk to each other.
Oh, that's so creepy.
Like you're like going through the house and stuff, and your phone starts like glitching out. Like your actual phone starts glitching out.
Did you know you get calls?
Yeah.
Yeah,
you get
that's
ghost
like the
calls.
Yeah, people like you'll answer your phone and it's like, oh, you're gonna die, and I'm like, no.
This is amazing.
So
No,
like,
it sounds really
like
cool.
I just got goosebumps. I was like, oh,
That sounds really cool.
So yeah, like he's like walking through the house or whatever, and he goes into the bedroom.
I think
after the
it's
first
like a
time.
sentence or something like we are watching or something. That's something
but like
that.
his phone like reboots. Like he's got a camera on his phone and he's capturing the screen, and the phone like reboots, and he's like, oh man. And then like once his phone comes back on and the lights go out, like he uses his actual phone, and the hand on the game brings up a phone and it turns on the flashlight, and that's when you see the stuff written on the wall, and then the door's just like boom, and it's just like.
It's kind of like AR, augmented reality with it too.
Yeah, it's just weird. I don't know how they're managing this control.
This would be pretty sick.
But even when you're not playing on PC, your phone is still playing. Yeah. So like you could be sitting in you could be sitting in a meeting and your phone just.
Well, see, the thing that I don't like, I want to play it. Like the experience sounds amazing. The only thing that worries me is it's fucking 4 o'clock in the morning. You're in a dead sleep, and your phone rings.
I'm not.
Yeah. Well, whatever. Us normal people will be asleep, and usually when I get something like that, it doesn't scare me in the fact that it's a sudden sound, but it's like my heart drops.
And like, something's wrong.
Why are you calling? Someone's calling. Yeah, someone got in a car accident or in the hospital. Something's bad, and that's what I don't. And then I pick it up, and it's a freaky ghost person. I'm like, no, why you trolled me?
Oh my god! No, that is definitely.
But that's we'll have to find out the name. Maybe Brian can put it down at the bottom.
I'll throw it down in there, and I'll throw some links.
Oh my god, it's gonna be amazing because I'm just thinking of all the fun possibilities you could have with this.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
No, it's
like I'm still
really cool.
so gun shy from like PT that like I watch those kinds of like trailers and stuff now on like my tablet, but I watch them like this, so that if something happens, I'm just like no.
I'm
such a big chicken.
I love horror games. I love reading creepypastas at 4 in the morning. So if that happened, I was reading a creepypasta, I'd be like, yes.
No, so I'll link some of those articles down there too.
Yeah.
That one is like I think is going to be really.
Yeah, I'll definitely need.
And it's only an alpha, which is kind of sad.
Yeah.
So it's got some production time to go, but
I don't know.
I think it'll be really cool.
I think that's pretty much all we had. If there's anything that we didn't cover that's happened in the last week, yeah, I'm sure there's a lot. Comment down below. If there's anything you want us to expand upon, give us a question for Nerds of the Round. We can cover more, get David, Josh's opinions, or Eric, if they join us. There's a lot that happens in the world of nerd culture. But I just want to end the week. This is not news, but I just want to throw a random question out there. I think I might do it every week. Just a random question. Get your opinion. So this the random question
42.
of the week. 42. That doesn't make any sense.
11 billion.
Name this just so our audience gets to know us a little bit better.
Okay. This is not a good idea.
No. I
do not show up on any registered.
You guys can make it nerdy culture.
Fine. I have naked pictures of me out there. All right. God.
What?
Ooh.
All right. So
Where's my phone?
what is something that you guys miss from your? Whoa! Was not expecting that. Anyways, what is something you guys miss from your childhood? Christmas happens.
No, it's a different. As an adult, Christmas is different.
So the spirit of Santa is gone.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Like I remember like 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
Like me and my brothers like. And it was just like, you're
where are you running?
Like down the stairs.
Oh, okay.
Downstairs.
Nah, for me it'd be like 1 or 2 and I'd just glance out just see if there's anything out there.
Yeah.
Nope, not yet.
Yeah, I remember we would be upstairs.
That's a feeling I wish I could get again.
I like that. Yeah.
Like I wish that I could go to a time when my brain didn't know all the horrible things that it knows, and just seeing like those gifts and like Christmas and just me and my brother like just and like especially like times when like the 64 what came out, like those were such pivotal years of my formative years of my life, and I miss that
I remember one Christmas kind of talking about the 64, and my grandparents bought me and my brother a Super Nintendo. It was the year it came out. And we really wanted it. That was like the big gift we wanted. And we went through all our gifts and we did not get it. And we were so sad. But then we got a little piece of paper and it was the start of a scavenger hunt. And me and my brother were super excited. It was like noon at this point because it took forever to get through all the gifts. And so we're like running through the house trying to find these clues and led us to the Super Nintendo. And it was like the most amazing experience. We were like, oh my God, you guys are the greatest. And it's just something that stuck with me because it's like this. They knew that was what we wanted, so they made it. They drew it out because they knew they wanted to give us this experience that we'd never forget. And I still have that Super Nintendo to this day.
Yeah. No, I think that for my childhood, that was like.
No, that's good.
That's a pretty good one. That's a really good one.
What about you, Lance?
I'm a child still at heart, so I don't miss anything about my childhood.
Well, everything's coming back, so there's got to be something from your childhood that has not come back yet.
No?
Like Christmas. Christmas doesn't come.
Christmas is a good one. I didn't even think about that one.
Well, you want to know mine?
I have the spirit of Santa in me all the time.
Mine's kind of. I really miss, and it's funny because lately I've been, I have a 2-year-old daughter. I've been getting cereal, and now I'm kind of getting back into getting cereal for myself, not just for her. So
for little toys.
I'm like, yeah, I miss the toys. No,
free toy inside.
That was
free toy
the
inside.
reason you ate cereal. You didn't get the cereal for the cereal.
No. You didn't eat the cereal. You got it home and you were just like, boom.
Yeah. And then what was it you always? What was it your parents would always tell you? Do not open that until this box is empty. And you didn't want to finish that box. You wanted to open this one to get the damn toy.
I just put it in the trash can. It's poured in the trash can.
You're a jerk.
What?
To get the toy? Fuck yeah.
Wow.
No, dude. You just contaminate the box. Don't waste it. Just contaminate it.
I was that's
what I missed.
Child.
Toys and boxes and cereal was awesome. You would go to the store and you would see what and they had commercials for it. You knew what toys like. I remember Ninja Turtle toys being in.
Oh yeah, that's how marketing did it to sell to kids.
Yeah. It was great though. Those toys were awesome.
Like the toys are good, but one of my favorite things that I ever got from cereal, I want to say it was Kix. I don't remember. Probably. My memory says Kix.
But you had to sell it somehow.
You would you cut out the UPCs and stuff like that, and you send them off, and you got a pair of Ren and Stimpy shorts.
What?
Like shorts.
I remember that.
I still have them. But are
they like boxers or just shorts?
No, they're shorts. They're like
That's
shorts.
funny.
They're disintegrated to all shit, but I will not throw them away because I freaking love those things, and I'm gonna be 32 in September, so those things are like 20 years old.
That's funny.
Damn.
They're pretty rough, but I don't wear them anymore because I'd get a ticket for public indecency.
You'd see too much.
I'd get a ticket for public indecency.
Bryan would end up on the internet like Lance is. Apparently.
I'm famous.
Are you in Ren and Stimpy
Hit like if you want to see me in those shorts.
We're gonna lose subscribers.
Nah.
Drop.
I'll bring in all the ladies.
I was gonna say something, but did you figure something out, or you just?
I'll give you something. I miss how hard video games used to be as a child.
That's coming back.
It's slowly, but not yet.
No, it's definitely
because to me, nothing felt as amazing as beating the original Ninja Gaiden. I felt like I conquered the birds. I conquered the world, and that was a sense of accomplishment.
Yeah.
That is a feeling that I want back. Dark Souls, when I did beat that was up there.
Yeah.
Any Ninja Gaiden games almost
it's funny because I'm a better gamer. I would think I'm a better gamer now than I was back then, but the games were harder back then, but I still beat them.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Some games I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm tired.
Well, if you think about it,
give up.
if you think about it, the difference between
reflexes are
that's not
arthritis.
the reflexes. It's not necessarily the reflex. It's the fact that as a child, you spent hours after hours after hours beating the same level or trying to beat the one level.
That's true.
And then you get frustrated, almost break a controller, but then you finally do it, and you win the lotto, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
I
had a lot more time back then.
Like
exactly. It's all about
Super
time.
Mario Brothers 2, like that dream sequence. That was one of the coolest things I've ever seen because that was like a real sense of accomplishment for me. Was like I beat Mario 2.
Water Temple and Ocarina of Time.
Nobody likes the water.
It's not that bad. Maybe it's because I have it almost memorized.
I had last year when I went and replayed it. There was a series of me cussing on Twitter and Facebook about the Water Temple. So I was trying to beat it again.
No. See, that's the opposite with me. I remember Zelda like the back of my hand, except
for
the
the
water
water
temple.
PTSD.
Like, yeah, like my brain's just like no, and I just like.
Where does the hook go? God damn it!
Well, I guess that's all we have for today. For this week. Again, in case you missed it, weekly wrap up. Yeah. In
case you missed it,
we'll get that eventually.
Weekly wrap.
Thank you for watching, guys.
Don't be a fool. Wrap
again,
too.
I'm your host, Matthew Ferguson.
I'm the partner in crime, Bryan.
I'm Lance.
With no title.
From Strictly Nerd. And like, share, subscribe. Hey!
Tell your friends.
Yes. Or your waitresses.
Everyone you meet.